I'm waiting. You know, the numbers may not come out. I may not get them out till just a little after the open. I need to see. I need to see some more data here, and it's not giving it to me. We also have a little news out here at 8:30. Usually it happens at 7:30, but if it happened at 7:30, then this must be the push of it. Today is Wednesday, July 19th. Housing starts supposed to, they've already come out. So that was at 7:30. That was it. Date is Wednesday, the 19th. We got crude oil inventories out about 9:30, but that's it. All right, let me give you some numbers here. We're going to start out, our pivot's going to be 45.95. We're going to have some resistance up here at 46.06, 46.17, 29.40, and 51. We're going to have support. Let's see. We're going to have some down here at 45. Hold on a second. I'll give you support numbers. We're going up right now anyway. First level on the upside is going to be 46.06. Let me get my charts in here. We can see what's going on. I've got a little resistance up here at 4,600. To 46.01, somewhere in there. But our first level on the upside is going to be 06. And on the downside, we're going to have, see where we're going to have at. Going to have 83, 72, 61, 49. Let's see, we need one more. 38. Support back to the downside. Tighten these things down a little bit. This thing is just zooming. Who would have ever thought we'd have been shooting up here? All right. Hey, you did good then. We've got some resistance right up here at the 03 area. It's not giving much. This thing's got a lot of juice in it. If you took it, you got 2 points out of it. All right, let me repeat the levels. This is what I've got at the moment. Our pivot this morning is going to be 45.95. We got resistance up here at 46.06, 17, 29, 40, and 51. We got support down here at 83, 72, 61, 49, and 38. Should have held on to my old 3. Let's see what we got here. Last couple of days, this first hour has been through the roof. I'm still trying to get all my numbers that I'm going to work around with today. I'm not as fast as Saul is. You're in at 89.
Hey, Les, welcome aboard.
See if I can get these things posted in the chat for everyone. I had to wait this morning. It'll level up here at 46. 4606. We've traded up to 45. There we go. You got your 2 points. All right. A little sheet across here. All right, let me finish doing my homework here. Had to stop, take the trade. All right. Posting the numbers in the chat here. Sorry for the delay this morning, but sometimes this is what the market does. And let's see, I can go ahead and shut that down, I think. All right. All right, now round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. The 06 worked. I took the 03 as a level. It's kind of an intermediate level, but it was a good spot. And I also took the 06. And I just took 2 points out of each one of them to see what it's going to do. As it stands right now, Hopefully today the levels will work just a little bit better. Hopefully. Our next level above is going to be the 17. Another good little spot is going to be up here at around the 12. Let's see, do I have an intermediate? Yeah, I got an intermediate 12, yeah. I didn't put in, I spread these levels apart because of this huge hourly bars we've been just getting inundated with. This market seems to be, it has a mind and a direction of its own. Here we are trading up at 4,600. Back about a week ago, it opened up and we were down in the 4,450 range. Matter of fact, 4,437. Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8. So they keep this run, they're going to be. Let's see if I can draw some lines on this chart for everyone. We know that we got a little resistance or a little support now down here at the 03 area. Our pivot was back here at 95. We had better support at 06. I mean, resistance up here at 06. And let's see. Did what it did yesterday. It took this first little intermediate level and it went through it, but then it came right back down to it. Guys, I got a question. We have a lot of folks coming in and out of the room. Some new, some old. I don't mean age, but in their trading capabilities, I guess you might say. Some of them want to learn how to trade. Some of them already know how. They're just looking maybe for something different. On average, I'm trying to figure out, because we don't know everybody. We just, there's their names and that's it. We don't have any idea what kind of experience level they have. And so every day we seem to go over the same ground. I know after a while, if you've experienced, you get tired of listening to the same stuff, but it's for the new folks that are coming in that have no idea what we do, that are new to trading, that may consider they want to learn how to trade. And I don't know about the rest of you, but I can remember when I first started, I came out of the greenhouse industry. I had a greenhouse I did this for 30 something years. And I decided I wanted to learn how to trade. So when I came into it, dumber than a stump was a probably higher education compared to what I was. So I know that we all have to start someplace. And so if you're new and you got some questions, there's no dumb questions. There's just, it's a learning. I mean, I don't know about you. I didn't wake up this morning knowing how to trade. I've gained a lot of this. How do you say it? Experience. Due to the fact is I would recommend, if you're new to trading, find you something that fits your personality, because that's the key. And I know that's hard because you don't have any idea what you're going to do, or what your personality, your trading personality is. But think about, how much time do I want to spend looking at a computer? When do I have time to look at a computer? Do I have time to do it in the morning when the market's open? Do I have another job? I mean, all of those factors come into play. It's tough to do this, what we do right here, and not sit in front of a computer for at least an hour and a half to 2 hours. But you don't have to sit here all day. And so, and then just find somebody that you're comfortable listening to, because you're going to have to learn this from somebody, some way. And if you know, I've got a bookshelf over there full of books. I mean, I got lots of dollars tied up in books, and enjoyed every one of them. Don't get me wrong. I just, and every now and then I'll pick up something. I'll say, I'll try this. I'll go look. Well, you know, on the charts, the time that they did it, and they pulled up, man, it worked perfectly. But you got to take whatever you learn, and you got to jump into the whatever pond you want to trade in. I mean, it could be the NASDAQ, the Dow, the bonds. You know, that's kind of up to you. And you're going to have to learn it. And you're going to have to learn to take what you've already learned and put it into practical application to where you make money. And when you first start out, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. And you're just going to make this. I still make them. And don't get me wrong, nobody's perfect. And I know when I first started out, I was looking for the Holy Grail. And there is no Holy Grail. Not that I know of, anyway. If there is, somebody's keeping it to themselves. And if there was, why would they want to share it and dilute it down to where they're not making as much money? It's either that, or they made billions and they decided, well, we're just going to quit. But don't feel free to ask questions. I mean, that's how we learn. Let me tell you, I've asked a lot of dumb ones. At least I thought they were dumb. I have to look at our charts. We're just, the 6 area worked real well. And we're coming up on 9 o'clock. What was it? About a year back or something like that, they were talking about a 5,000 S&P, and at the rate they're going, they may make it by the end of the month. But as it stands right now, we have no trades. We're not close to a pivot. We're not close to a blue band on this 5-minute chart. And you can see I've marked these areas up here. These are areas that we're just kind of rotating around. Hey, Brad, you doing Discord today?
We're testing something out.
Okay.
So on Tuesdays, we do it, associated with Top Step.
Okay.
And then we invited those individuals in here today.
Okay.
And then we have it running in our test bases at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. I was just curious.
No worries.
We opened up, ran up here, and just stopped. Okay, we have a question. I took a trade at 06 and exited. So how do we wait for it to reach either 06 or 95? Well, our goal in this, what we do is this is a scalping room. We are here to scalp these areas, like at the 06, are areas that we expect a reaction off of. A reaction like from BAM. That's a good reaction. We expect to get 2 points or a little better out of the trade. We expect to have at least 3 or 5. Now, if this thing were to change directions and maybe give a price action play to the downside, and it was really, the momentum was really falling, then that's the way you could. But when we first open up, we don't really know where we're going. We've got orders sitting above, and we got orders sitting below. And so we have to wait for the market to get to some reaction point or area. We call these things levels, but they're actually areas because they are not to the T. They're pretty close, and sometimes they are to the exact point. Sometimes we get an overrun of 1 point, 2 points. We don't know that. We don't know how much momentum that they're having coming into this thing. I'm going back to look to see. Now there was not a good clear cut signal. If you took this 06, it bounced up, went past it, and it came right back down to it, you could have scratched the trade. It went up to this 03, the 4600 area. It went up to that 03 and bounced back. This area right here. And so you just got to be able to make up your mind fairly fast and know what you're doing, because you're buying and selling on these bounces. Now, for instance, this 06 that we're trading at right now, it's already done its due. Theoretically, we won't take that. We could take the short again. You can do it. You can do it 2 or 3 times if it'll allow you to it. But the drawback to it is that the probabilities start going down and the more times we get to it, because the more times we get to it, we can break through it. So if you were to take it again, you'd want your stop right on the other side of this thing because you don't want to risk very much. But our rules are we take it the first time to it, and then it becomes null and void. If you took it again, you're getting paid off. So it's like every trade. We really don't know if the trades are going to work out. Well, nobody does. I mean, I don't care who you are or what system you're using. We really don't know. But we have a pretty good idea that our odds, our probabilities say this should work. And so, and they have. And a lot of times it will give you time to get out of the trade. It may not, if it blows past it and you were short, say you shorted the 4,600 and it blew past it and you didn't use the stop and it came right back down to it, and that's a sign, get out. Or just use a 3-point stop. So if it comes back up here, I'm out. But trades are kind of like buying and selling a bouncing ball. You sell it when it gets up to an area that you feel like the ball is fixing to run out of energy and come back. And basically that's kind of what we did. They threw up and had enough energy to get up there and it bounced back. And it's kind of bouncing a little bit here. But if you'd have took the trade again, we don't advise it. But you can. I do from time to time. If I see something down here that I think, okay, I'd jump on it. Even if it went up here, I'd hold a position because I see something in here. I'm looking at it thinking, okay, we have to wait till the end of this bar to see what it's going to do. But I see that 03 back down there again. 03 1/4 for 350 area. But if we shoot through this thing, then all of that's going to become kind of like null and void. So how do you wait to get to reach either the 06 or the 95? You sit on your hands, and because we put these levels out. Now this morning I put these levels out, and the levels that I posted are far apart. And then I came back and I gave you some intermediate levels that this market should react off of. I tried to give you the better of the levels that I figured that were the stronger of the two, like the 06. And that was the reason we went from 95 to 06. And we've got a market volatility VIX right now of 13 1/4, 13.28, 13.28. So we're not running a real high volatility. It's not like we're seeing 20s and 19s where like we saw when this market takes a turn to the dive and makes big moves down, that VIX will come up big time fast. But right now, you just look at the chart. The chart's telling you this thing's going up. We really haven't broke anything, any swing lows or anything. It's just been rocketing up. And you look at an hourly chart and you think, my goodness. So I hope that answers your question, but a lot of times this is a waiting game. When I was looking at an hourly chart, you can see this is some 8 to 9 o'clock bar right here. That's a big bar. And so it's got a lot of, we're going to have to get out of that range. It's kind of like this bar right here. We had to get out of it. Move this back out of the way. And this, we're waiting. There's not much of a price action play in here. There's some, if you want to take the risk. But as much juice as this market has going up, if this was a normal chop day, I'd say, okay, we can come back to this area right there. I don't know that. It's just that I'm not willing to say, hey, let's do that. I believe we're going to do it. We'll wait and see, We'd have to get back to 3 1/4. But we got all of these bands and stuff down in here. So if you took it up here, I'd be looking to get out somewhere, probably around the 4 area. But we should touch that 3 1/4. But I'm trying to, if I'm going to do a price action trade, I have to take into consideration what the market is doing or wants to do. But you can watch this 6 area across here. We should get back up to that. We should get down to that. So I want to, if I'm going to mention a trade, I'll point them out. But I'm not taking the trade. First of all, I wasn't able to get in. But the six is telling me that, look, if I look at how it's trading around the 6 was a good level. 6 had a lot of, and these areas that we're picking, for me, it's tough because this is areas that I can't look back upon and say, okay, we should do this, this, and this. I'm having to depend on what I know about the numbers and also what I see the price action is doing. I'm willing to take a 6 to a 4 with an 8 stop. I mean, it's I'm really paying attention to both of them. I'm looking for a reason to get in, and I might use the 1 minute chart as an area to get in and base it on, because the bars are smaller. The risk is, but the risk in this chart and this chart's the same, whether it be 6 to 775 or so. The price action play says we should go from 6 to at least 4. But your stop's going to have to be up there at 8. We're probably fixing to touch it. And or you're going to have to, this is the bad thing about you. When you get into a trade, you need to be looking at, okay, if I put a stop, do I want a 2-point stop? Do I want my stop that tight? Are we going to test that? Should. Or do you want to give it some breathing room and maybe put it up there at 9? So you're going to risk 3 points to make 2, but it will allow you to probably stay in the trade. And see, it went up there. We're going to tap that 8. So, if you believed in this trade, we're wrong up here. I still believe in the trade. I cheated. I took an 8 and a 6. My break even's down here at 7. Now, is it going to work? This is where you have to manage the trade. So we know that we can lower our risk down here at about 675 area. And if you don't like the trade, scratch the trade. I know that we've got some resistance around here at the 550. The trade is not working out exactly like I'd like it to. But, it's giving me a place to get out and take a little bit of profit. Now, I just walked you through my thought process, my entries, and my exits. I was shooting to go short at the 06. I realized we should go up to 07. Back to the 08. Shorted another one up there. My break even was 7. Said we're going down to this 550 range. And it'll give you an out. We should come all the way down to 4. It's either going to work or I'm gonna get out. But we know that coming in here, we had a little headache around 550. All right, come on down to this. I am out of the trade. And we had to wait, but I had a reason to take the trade. all of this stuff in here, I had a reason to take this trade. And we should come all the way down into this area, which we did. But that's okay. I got out in this area. So I took an 8. I took a 6. I got 2 points on my 6. I got 4 points on my 8. So I took 6 points out of that trade. Yeah, I'm. Then we came all the way down to where did we come down to? Kind of bounced around. So if you were, you know where all of this stuff is. It just, if you put a line out there, I'm capable of doing it without the line. I know where, I've got this piece of paper in front of me where I keep all my levels, my intermediate, I call them intermediates. These are areas that we're going to come down to, bounce off of, trade around. And, but this trade up here in that range right there, that was a price action trade based on what it was doing. All of this noise right in here. And I believed in the trade. I did not stop myself out at the 6. I took the 6 because I wanted at least 2 points out of it. And I saw it. Oh, we're going back to the 8. So I had a choice. I either had to take a little hickey before we got there, or just buy another one at the sell another one at the 8. And I chose to sell another one at the 8 area. And we went to 850. And then we started turning. So then the question is if I did the 6 and I did the 8, my break even's at 7. Where am I wrong? Well, theoretically, if we'd have got to 9, I'd have had to say, get me out. Instead of I would have lost 5 points. But the trade worked out. That's just, this is just trading. And the question that somebody says, well, how do you wait for the 06 or the 95s? That's the answer right there is you wait. You learn to sit with your hands cupped. You hand off the mouse and you watch and you wait till it sets up something. And I have no idea where it's going right now. Zip up. And all you do is look over at that 5-minute chart and you can tell we're going up. I don't know if, can y'all by any chance see these little light gray lines? These horizontal and vertical, they're squares, they're price lines that my chart puts up there. I have them, they're on all my charts. Yeah, we wait right now. So we just wait. There's nothing happening. I'm flat. I'm waiting on the next opportunity. All right, we are in a wait and see mode right at the moment where there's no trades. I mean, basically, we've had last trade. There was I put it on, I added to it, and some people will say don't add to them. Well, and I wanted to add to it, and and I was prepared that if we got back above this 9, that odds are I'm gonna be wrong at that point. But it did what it was supposed to do with this drop back down in here. So I covered down in the 4 area. When we got to 4, I said I'm out. And but basically we've had kind of like 2 level trades. We've had this one and this one. We've had a price action trade from there back down. So we've had 4 trades this morning, and we've done it in the first hour. So we're up, let's see, 6. We're up 10 points. And that's just taking 2 lots. So being patient and waiting and until it shows you something. And right now, it's not showing me anything. We're not up at a level. We don't have any. I don't have any good price action plays. I like this one in here. We'll just have to wait and see. But right now, until we get back up to at least the 12 area, let's see, our next level up there is 17. That 12 is a good area. If we get to, this is where our 17 level is up here. So if I get to the 12 area, depends on how we get to it. If we get up to 1150, we consider that level reached. If we get within a point to a half a point with it, that level, you've got to take it. So if you just trade one lot and you're putting your order right there exactly at the level, and we don't get a little penetration through it, you don't get filled, and it stops a half a point or a point ahead and then it shoots, that level there now is going to become suspect. The next time to it, it may do like this level here. Next time to it, it may shoot up then down, or it just may shoot up and just keep going. We don't know. So just keep in mind that but right now we wait. We're coming up on 9:30. There's it's kind of like this 06 is going to be. I like the 06. We got below it. I'd expect us to go down again. But right now, it's going up. We hit these double tops up here at this 8. So now we wait. And I will post the levels in the chat again for those that have come in late. These are the levels that we're trading off of today. We're trading E-minis. We're looking for areas to scalp. And so if you'll be patient, there'll be level trades. I mean, usually we get anywhere from I'd say 2 to 5 trades a day. And I'm doing that in the first 2 hours. So we don't know where this market's going. If it gets there, we're expecting a reaction and we will put an order in. And most of these orders are already sitting there. We're already in line for the 12s. So we're going to either be triggered in, run over, and go to the next trade. But as we enter our trades and I'm up, we're profitable, there's nothing wrong with quitting. And these 10 points, this is one lots. And I did throw 2 at that last price action trade, but I had a reason to. But as it stands right now, there's nothing for us to do except sit on our hands. So if you've got any questions, feel free to ask, because that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything.
Hey, a quick shout out. If you like what we're doing here, sign up for the service. Come back. If you like trader coaching, ask. We're at the chat feature. If you'd like to come back and be part of the service on a daily basis as a trade along opportunity, services that are described there, and I think I left off an S. Look at that. So this is the first order of business here. Assist, what are you thinking? Ed, how are you? Keats, how you making out? Les, hey Mauricio, Pat, Philip, Ranu, Eric, how you making out today? Look at that, Don turned his back on us. I think he's waiting for us to pony up and pay.
No, I'm still here. I'm just sitting. I'm watching and waiting. It's kind of doing what I didn't take the trade, but I thought we'd come down here and maybe test this area right here again. So, but now I'm just. Let's see. Oh no, we don't mind any basic questions. There's no such thing as basic. It's just it's a question that you don't know the answer to, and so be glad to help in any way we can. Because I promise you, when I started, I didn't even know what a future was. And so I can remember my start days, and I'd ask a question, and the instructors would look at me. I'm going, well, I'm asking because I don't know the answer. If I knew the answer, I wouldn't ask it. So, yeah, don't hesitate to ask a question. Yeah. But we're here scalping. We're running price action trades. We're running level trades. We're running. There's several other trades. There's some patterns that we use, and there's things that I've learned from other courses that I like I said. I've got my own little toolbox, and if it sets up and I'm looking at it, I'm going, oh, let's do this trade. Yeah, let's do that trade. But in trading, don't make it too hard. You don't need 40,000 indicators on it. If you find one that you like, use it and just get good at it. Right now, you look at this trade, this 5-minute chart. There's plenty of indicators on here. They're just kind of spread out because that's what's happening right at the moment. And we know that right now, the way it looks like, when we get back down to this 4,600, we're going to find a little bit of little support down there. And also, we've got this blue band coming in there. So it's learning to sit down, decipher what the market's telling you, put a trade on, know where you're wrong. That is the most important, because after you're in a trade, the only thing you can do is control your risk. And you don't want to take a little trade and let it get totally, 5, 6, 7 points is, if you can stand that kind of heat, that's fine. If it's too much for your account size, then by all means bring that stop down. If you're in a trade and you're profitable, it's like this A trade. Once it moved back below 7, I'd already sucked my stop back down at that right into here. And once we got a little bit lower, I'm sucking my stop down. Once I saw this right here, my stop was sitting right there at 7.25. So, I would have, on the 2 lot, I would have lost maybe $25. And I'm going, okay, that's fine. Let's see if it's going to go. If it's going to go, it's going to go. If it's not, if it does this, I mean, I'm once we started this number here, I'm already sitting down here at break even. So I'm managing my money. I'm managing my position, because that's all you can do. Is once you're in a trade, I can't make this market go up. I can't make it go down. I just have an idea on what it might do, and it's doing that. We're coming into this blue band area. Depends on how much momentum we've got through it, but I'm not a blue bander. I know they do work. But when you start, if you're going to take a blue band trade, there is some criteria to taking it and some time frames to take it, and that's all teaches that next course. But you once you take them, you have to take them all. You just don't pick and choose. So if you take them all, you're going to lose some, you're going to win some, and you're going to end up on the higher side of percentages of winning. We know that we're coming back into this 46 area. We've got see if we can it's not going to do anything. It just I'm waiting and watching. So this is what we do. We wait. I mean, if you think you want the blue band trade, we already know that at about 46, 46.50, 46.75, you would probably want to be scaling into that position at that, or you may just want to use the 25 or the 50. But your orders, and as soon as you're triggered in, you've got your stop sitting there. But right now, it hadn't got there. So we wait. All right. Come on. All right. If we got the 46.50. We're looking to get back to we got to get you 2 points out of it. So I mean, if you're trading multiples and you were able to get the 650, you know, you could take some profit here at 175. If you want to hold it and see what happens, you gotta the longer you hold it, the more risk that we have involved in it. It's just time in the market. All right. We like that. Let's see. We had a blue band trade. You were able to get 2 points out of that. So now we wait again. Kind of like the guy says, round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. I scaled in at 650 and at 46.75, and I got out of them at 2 points. And we had another reason too. We had this little intermediate level stuck in here. So it worked. Okay, we're an hour and 10 minutes into the day. And we are up 12 points with one lots. That price action play, I had to throw 2 at it. But, push comes to shove, you should be up at least 8 points with one lots. I've never kept, normally I don't keep these type of records. I just don't really care. It's just kind of like, okay, if I hit a loss, it's a loss. Go on the next one. But that's the mentality that I've had to grow into. I like it when it does stuff like this in the morning. It doesn't mean that we're not going to keep going way on up, but it does give us rise to making some money on the trade. Yeah. If you wanted to be long up here at about the 350 area, you could. looking to get back to around the 6. But, here at the 455 area, there's a little clutter around there, but the six should be a doable area. So if you got long at 350, the 450, the 550, we got up there. I don't know if you got a fill or not. Should. Yeah, you should have got filled on that one. Yeah, you'd have got your 550. So, you could have done a price action trade. I did not take it. I saw it. And a lot of this, the only difference between what I'm doing and yourselves is I've done it enough that I can recognize them and I may see them a little quicker than what you do. Like Saul says that, and it's true. It's just I've had to learn to train my eyes to and have a reason. That was a big play with I had to have a 4,600 stop on it. If you bought the blue band and you're still holding that blue band, hey, you're doing wonderful. And so guys, I'm going to do a quick recap on what transpired this morning. We started out down here at this at about the 96 area. Our pivot this morning was 95. We opened our first level on the upside was the 06, which was this level. I mentioned we had an intermediate level here at the 03. And we shot up there, we bounced, we came off of that. We went up to the 06, it was another level trade. We bounced, we came off of that. We came up to this area right here, and I was looking to take a price action trade. I took it, took one, looking for it to give me 2 points. It went up. I took another one. And so we got out at the 04, so we got our 2 points, and we got 4 points on that trade. We took a blue band trade coming off here I took the 650 and the 675 both, and I bailed the trade about right there. It was my max bailing on it. Did not hold it. I just took it. So right now, I'm just trading one lots off of this right here, and except for this trade right here, where I took 2, 6, 7, 8. We should be 12 points. So we're twiddling our thumbs again. There's nothing happening. Not that I can see. Our next area of deal would be up here. If we broke, probably had to break this by about 2 or 3 points. We got up to 650, then I would look for us to see that 8 in the next area up here, 12. When we get up into here, it may stop it. I don't know. So other than that, if anybody's got any questions, feel free to ask. Other than that, I'm going to stop for a minute and take a quick break. I'll be back shortly. I will post the numbers in the chat one more time. I'll be back in a minute.
We're coming into the 11 a.m. hour Eastern Time. It is July 19th, 2023. Everything we do is for educational purposes only. Nothing to be taken as direct trading or investment advice. If you want to come back in tomorrow, make sure you're signed up for the service. It's nominal at $150. It's on sale from $400 to $150. So if you want to come back in tomorrow, I'll post the link to sign up. This is your subscription access fee to the service. Come and go as you please. What a great morning we've had with Don. Don is very generous when it comes to providing information in the service. So make sure you thank him. Also, sign up for the service as a way of appreciation. We do exit people from our service. We do block you from coming in if you haven't paid. Because it's so nominal here, we expect full participation. So take the time to do that now. If you don't do it, that's okay. Just don't come back. And we appreciate you being here today. And again, if you like what we're doing here, tell your friends, your associates, if you're in any trading channels. The link here is eminitradealong.com, eminitradealong.com. Hey, assist, I would say that you're pretty lucky to have found this service, especially if you're starting out new to trading or scalping. I'm sure you could tell right away what an opportunity this is for individuals that are experienced traders looking to do better in their daily trading, new traders that are starting off, traders that are looking for answers when it comes to possibly passing their combine. One of the opportunities here is the opportunity to trade or earn a funded trading account. And you can do that by being part of this, ask questions, interact. As a member of this service, you have the opportunity to take coaching classes with your Trade Along host. Learn specifics about where you are, where you'd like to be. So Ranu, hey Patrick, Keats, assist, everybody else, make sure you're signed up. I'll be in the background if anybody needs me. This is a live service presented on a daily basis. It is an educational only service. Price action trading is what's learned here. So anyway, I'll be in the background. Take your action as you please. If you want to come back, make sure you're signed up. Thank you. It's www.eminitradealong.com, eminitradealong.com.